I never tire of watching that little explosion and our little cartoon men go flying. Welcome to the game that knocks off a bunch of Lucio Fulci movies. Like this bit here from Zombie 2. It's exactly the same. Welcome.
Welcome to that little tidbit. Thank you, Jacob.
That's alright. So we're
when a movie director plays Resident Evil.
We're playing Resident Evil 1. This is the PlayStation port of the GameCube remake. I'm very familiar with the GameCube game. I've played it a bunch of times, and as much as I love the DualShock 4, it does feel a little weird. It doesn't quite feel right for this game. So anytime I do extremely poorly, it's because of the controller.
Oh,
and it's not due to a lack of skill.
Sure.
Yeah, it's due to the controller, of course.
Right. All right, no problem.
Naturally, we want it on 4x3 because it's weird playing this in widescreen because the camera does this weird movement thing that we don't like. And I would like the game to be playable, so let's go normal. My next door neighbours are yelling at each other. Speaking of playable, let's not pick Chris Redfield. Okay. Yeah,
is it because purely unselfish reasons why we're picking, Jill Valentine, eh?
Please elaborate.
Ladder animations.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right, this is a sexist term.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not called Super Brit Sisters, is it? Super Brit Men. Super Bristers. Super Barista Sisters. Okay, here's the plan. You and I, we'll start hormone replacement therapy immediately.
Okay.
And we're going to learn how to make artisanal coffee. We're going to become the Super Barista Sisters.
Oh.
I don't know why I said sisters like that. It's too cold. We're going to move to Mexico.
Right.
To become the Barista Sisters. I'm basically the freezing cold of this winter has pickled my southern brain. We southerners are not made for this cold weather. It was -6 today. I'm not a fan. Let's talk about the game. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, sure. I'm just a bit concerned about my future now.
Well, we don't have to do any of those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But it's a good question, isn't it? About the sexuality of the characters. Have they nerfed Jill Valentine? By nerfed, obviously, normally you'd think, have they made the game more balanced for Chris and Jill? What I mean is, have they given her a non-invasive surgical butt reduction?
I would assume so.
I think they have a little bit, but of course not in the CGI cutscenes, which they can't do anything about. So, here we are. This Super Pig Bros is the name of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do you like this cutscene more than the original PlayStation 1 cutscene?
Well, it's objectively better, but do I like it more? No.
No. I love the cheese factor of the original, man. Oh, that's so great.
This is sort of good. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still a little cheesy, but...
Jill Valentine.
It's one of those frustrating things, actually, tonally with this version, is it's not cheesy enough to laugh at.
Barry Burton.
But it's also very difficult to take seriously.
Yeah.
But I will say the atmosphere is good. For all intents and purposes, obviously we are talking over it. We don't often talk over the cutscenes of this sort of game, but I don't have much respect for the storytelling in these games. I'm here for the enjoyable puzzles and creepy atmosphere once the game actually starts. I also resent this opening because it sets a precedent of a very exciting, action-packed tone, which we are not going to get in this Let's Play.
Did they explain why they made the game more difficult with, the remake? They didn't have to make the game that hard with burning the bodies and...
Oh, I guess that was always my issue with the PS1 Resident Evil, is I played it when this is too easy. That was always my big problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Who was playing the original Roji Resident Evil going, this could be really
it's just not challenging enough. But you see what I mean? This is so exciting and thrilling, and it's just not the tone of Resident Evil at all.
And also Chris is right behind her, and he just suddenly, just takes a left turn or something?
Yeah.
Wrong turn at Albuquerque. What was that? Looks like a UFO for a second.
Oh, you dumbass.
Let's get abducted out of here.
Look how normal Chris looks here. He's like a big juiced up maniac. Yeah, this is the improved voice acting.
Chris this way!
Chris this way! What are they... The studio paying the actors by the second. They're like, come on, speed it up.
Chris this way! The same people who did the sentence mixing in fucking Sonic Adventure 2.
Sorry, what? Oh, sentence mixing.
Sorry.
Mixing, I didn't hear what you said. You were like,
the sentence mixing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the 3 Blue Lagoons.
I'll make you eat those words!
But I feel like we're nailing this commentary.
Absolutely, you know, we're just bringing up all the great GameCube classics, you know, like Super Monkey Ball, Super Mario Sunshine. That was a good game. One of these.
All joking aside, the controller does feel a bit weird. Like, it doesn't quite feel right. Like, you can mess around with the settings, and we will, to get it exactly right, but...
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's going to be a good chunk of the Let's Play, just me dicking around. I'll probably edit it, but just me dicking around with the controller. I won't. I'll leave it in.
Leave it all in. We're gonna explore option A, control scheme B, inverted controls.
That's inverted going to work with tank controls?
Down to up. Just plain controls.
Just pull backwards to make Jill walk forward. I'm one of those freaks who likes inverted controls, but that's because I grew up on the Nintendo 64 where just about every shooter was inverted. So it's just a habit at this point.
When you're driving that dump truck of an arse, you know, you do have to hold the stick down.
Talk about Jill or me? You know, Toby,
yes.
Statistically, 1 in 3 people has a fat ass. Now, I don't have a fat ass.
I don't have a fat ass.
So the person listening to this right now, congratulations.
And we know there's only one person.
It's one person. It's my mum. Sorry for saying that about your ass, Mum. That's weird.
And maybe Chad.
Yeah.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Chad. Let's make it about Chad, not about my mum. That's less Oedipusy. I also don't like that I kind of said Oedipusy by mistake. I'm not happy with myself for that.
Isn't it Oedipus?
No, it's Oedipus or Oedipus.
Ah,
It's Greek. It's not. Okay, yeah.
You're
Fuck
this,
here we go. Man. Okay.
Here we go. But type B, are we feeling a bit
This is what we want.
B, Jacob?
Type B diabetes.
Type
That's
B?
what we're after. Yeah, because look, the controls actually make sense. Like X to attack instead of the fucking shoulder buttons. It's not a first-person shooter. I want to aim with the shoulder buttons. Ideally, I want the map on not on triangle, but on like L1, and the status on triangle. That would be ideal, but I don't think they have that. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, you know, if you really wanted to get technical, I think you can like remap the buttons, but that might only be on Xbox.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're probably having more issues playing it on Xbox than you would on the old PlayStation.
Yeah. To be fair. All right. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Type B. Let's go.
Yeah. God, it's been a while though, Jacob. You know, since I've been here, you know, I've missed you really.
That's really nice of you to say, Toby. I have not missed you, and to the point, actually, I've missed you so little that it amuses me how much you've missed me. I'm up here on a pedestal, looking down, laughing at you for missing me. The issue is I'm so high up on the pedestal, right. That it's really lonely. So as I watch your misery from up here, all I can think is, God, I wish Toby was here.
That's a roundabout way of you saying you miss me too.
No,
so, yeah, thank you,
that's
Jacob.
that's different. It's different because
totally
you
different.
miss me from from a place of cringe, right?
Right.
Whereas I've got more of a sort of melancholic yearning, which is coming from a more based center.
I see.
Is what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can we just take a moment to appreciate these are GameCube graphics? Granted, this is obviously upscaled and the character models have been tweaked a little for PlayStation 4, but this has barely changed since 2002.
I mean, if this was getting captured by the GameCube, you'd probably get a lot more grainy footage.
It would look much, much worse. Except the CGI cutscenes would probably look slightly better. But it would look much, much worse because I don't have HDMI stuff for the GameCube because it's really expensive and temperamental. So we're just using the PlayStation.
There's the shot.
That does look really cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's not... I love the quick turn. Let's not fight this guy. Let's leave. So a lot of this game is going to be me walking through doors. It doesn't seem like you can skip the loading screens either, which is weird. I feel like you should be able to. It doesn't matter, but on the GameCube you couldn't skip them because they were real loading screens, whereas obviously this is a PlayStation 4. I feel like I should be able to skip the loading scenes.
Yeah, I guess it's all to do with atmosphere as well, you know.
Which we are ruining for anyone. I hate the thought that this might be somebody's introduction to this game. It's like, oh, I really like these two. What game are they?
Jacob, fucking, this is no one's introduction to the game.
I don't know. What have we got? 500 subscribers? One of those weirdos has never played Resident Evil Remake.
If this is anyone's introduction to their game, then this is... I'm sorry.
Can't apologise enough, no.
Yeah. I doubt that though, but yeah.
It's unlikely, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's all about statistics, just like the fat ass thing. You know, statistically, one of our viewers won't know this game.
Barry's got a nice ass.
Yeah, he's driving that thing around that dump truck.
Yeah, most of the people in this game have got quite nice asses.
Yeah. Although not Chris as much. He looks a lot better in the later games where he starts taking Tren. Chris Redfield. They ought to call him Chris Rebfield.
I get it.
That's a joke about the often overlooked B-movie actor Reb Brown, who's very tall and muscular.
I get it. I love that we have to do like a full 360.
Yeah, for those who have been paying attention at home, Barry's like, oh, look around the area, to like, secure the perimeter, basically. Yeah, and all you have to do is go upstairs and do a lap.
Yeah.
I'm not even certain you need to do a lap. I think you only need to cross like one of the bits and then come back.
Speedrunners must have found a different way to do that, That
reminds me, what's the fastest time you've ever done this game? I'm not speedrunning it because I want the good ending, but what's the fastest time you've done?
Probably about 4 hours,
Nice.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, I haven't actually speedrun this game, so I need to go back and do it. So
I speedrun it on GameCube, not on PlayStation, for good ending.
Oh, nice.
So that was 3 hours 30 something.
Nice.
Not exactly a record breaking time, but I'm happy with it. That's not going to happen this time because one, I have an audience, and I always like you, I play worse when there's an audience.
Yeah.
And two, I want to be able to relax and enjoy myself and not race around the mansion. I want to actually soak up the atmosphere a little bit. Jill, don't point that thing at me. There's going to be a lot of those jokes on this stream that we are pigs. The master of unlocking. Also, you'll note that the PlayStation is not connected to the internet, so we're not going to get any trophies. Sorry.
Oh, no.
So we're not going to have an intrusive bloop noise that comes up and ruins the atmosphere. Toby and I are here to ruin the atmosphere. There'll be no one else to do that.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, I want the map that's here. It feels awkward. There we go. So you can get your defense item from in here, which we want. Partly because I want to know how to do the defense item on PlayStation. But we'll get the map first, only because you don't. I tend not to kill the zombie that's in there.
Well, he always tends to give
he'll end up turning into a crimson head if you kill him.
Right.
And that's a pain in the ass. So if we just put the chest of drawers in the way, he won't be able to get back out again.
Oh, okay.
We'll go and learn how to use defense items because I don't know how to use them on the PlayStation version. It's probably just like one button, but considering I'm used to it being like, I just use the C stick.
Oh yeah. Wow. Jeez. Oh.
And I don't think it's the right analog stick on here.
What a game.
Yeah,
I mean, go all the way around the fucking statue.
Are you playing the original or the remaster?
The original, because I never had a Wii U. So because I
you're a person.
I'm a person, who doesn't really fancy the Wii U. But yeah, I've been playing it on the GameCube, but I've got it sort of upscaled a little bit with these wires that I've got. It's a whole thing. I've been trying to stream 60 frames a second, like nicer looking stuff with component cables on the GameCube, and it's fucking. It's been in the.
It's not going well.
It's not going well.
I've dealt with the agonizing.
Yeah, but it works on the TV just fine. It's just I can't get it working.
It's L2.
It's very annoying. But is it still going to be L2 considering you've messed around with the controls?
I feel like the game, the devs of this game are probably, well, not the devs of it, but you know what I mean. The people who worked on the remaster are probably smart enough to change the message that comes up depending on which controller setup you've given yourself. Fuck off!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, eat a dick. That's going to be the only piece of decent control you see from me. Yeah, I want to keep the dagger, so
Yeah.
Because when I do screw up, which will entirely be the controller's fault, I want to be able to shove the dagger in a zombie's face. Look how pretty those candles look. There's a lot of most of this Let's Play is going to be me gushing over how incredible this game is.
Look at these doors.
Yeah, the music. It's hardly music. It's just ambient noise, but it's so unsettling and creepy. I love the choice of camera angles. I play with tank controls not just because I'm used to it from the GameCube, but the alternate controls actually suck. I don't know if you've tried the quote-unquote 3D controls for this game, but it just every time the camera angle changes, you're running in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I mean, unless you hold it in the same position, it's a bit strange. I have played it through before.
What's he got there? Something called Grey Sea. That sounds like garbage.
Is it the 2015 version or the?
God no. God, what are you, nuts? That's why his head exploded.
Yeah.
Tried watching the original Grey Sea.
No good.
Whoa! What a piece of shit!
That camera angle when she first came in.
Yeah, I like that you can sometimes see the reflection a little bit.
Will you take the weed?
I get it, because green is like cannabis.
Yeah, no, it's a
great joke.
Really great joke.
Excellent joke. It's like I've got Dark Side Phil right here with me for his insightful commentary. Why don't you snort really loudly into the microphone?
Yeah, I think I would, actually, to be fair.
It's okay when we make bad jokes, guys, 'cause it's ironic, you see. We're clever with it.
Yeah.
We're good at making bad jokes.
We absolutely are.
I'm good at a lot of things, watching children's television, getting injured at work. That's another one.
Oh, yeah. So how's your arm, shoulder?
It's really, really painful. One, I'd like to say thank you for bringing wine. But two, totally the PlayStation controller's fault. Two, this wine sucks.
I told you it would.
It's not great. How is your Blue Lagoon?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason why it sucks is because it was £3.50 and I bought it for
£3 fair. Well, for £3.50, it's excellent.
It's
because
right,
it isn't burning the back of my throat.
The reason why I bought it is because I just bought it to put in spaghetti bolognese, which I had for dinner the other day. And yeah, just put in basically a glass of red in your bolognese. Yeah, rejuvenates the flavour. It's really nice. Absolutely. It makes it sound a bit bougie as well, but it's like, well.
Yeah, because you're pouring like a bottle of red wine when you're cooking, but in actuality it's £3.50 wine. Where did you go for such wine? Not that I intend on buying it, but I'm just curious.
Where was it? It wasn't Aldi, was it? I think it was in Asda.
Asda.
Yeah, Asda.
That's where I got the lemonade from, Blue Lagoons. Why we're talking like George Takei.
I don't know.
There's a zombie in the hall.
That's a really good impression, actually, to be fair. I can never beat that.
I find, like, with impressions, all you have to do is just exaggerate one characteristic of a person. Like, I was doing Tucker Carlson impressions at work the other day. It was like, you don't actually have to get his voice right at all. Just that weird inflection that he has.
Oh, okay.
Like, there are naked pictures of me on the internet. Who is looking at them? Could it be your children? I mean, in the vocal pattern is right. The voice doesn't sound a thing like him, but people know that's Tucker Carlson because of the intonation. This whole area, by the way, not in the original game. It's in the GameCube version, obviously, but not in the original PlayStation version. We should talk about the game. One of the things I do like is the fact that you can examine items and that items in your inventory are like mini puzzles.
Yeah,
that's so cool. It's one of my favorite things about this game. Use, Jacob, not examine, you fucking idiot.
Get down there and grab something.
Yeah, I'm going down here for a book. Let's call a spade a spade. The exciting adventures where Jill goes to the library.
And descends the stairs, and she goes to the Wetherspoons toilets.
It's amazing to me that this franchise started out like this. I know it's a remake of the first one, but this is, for all intents and purposes, the first game. For a lot of people that are discovering the series, they're probably going to start with this one if they've got any sense. They're not going to bother with...
I guarantee a lot of people are starting with Resident Evil 2 these days.
That's a shame, but they should start with this one. But what's cool is that you look at where the series went after this, like Resident Evil 6, aka Why Won't Raccoon City Stop Exploding with the game? But there's a good example, right? You flip the book around and there's a key on the back. That's cool. Yeah. But anyway, where the series went from here is actually embarrassing. Like, this was so cool. Like, the pacing and the general weirdness of it. I don't think the story is any good or the voice acting, but for me, like, it's a shame that we don't get games like this anymore.
No.
I would love to see a game in this style with these, like, camera angles and the creepy atmosphere and the emphasis on puzzles. The puzzles aren't outrageously difficult or anything, but, they are fun and they are rewarding, and some of them are challenging. And obviously it's like a big labyrinth. I'd love a game like this, but with, like, a Silent Hill 2 story.
Yeah.
That, for me, would be, like, the ultimate horror game experience. But I know it's never going to happen. Most horror games today are first person, which just makes me dizzy, and I get motion sick.
There's of like these games that are coming out which have PS1 graphics, which is
those are pretty cool.
The old style of games. So maybe there'll be a.
Some of those work on real PlayStation hardware as well, which I think is fucking sick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The whole homebrew market, I think, is amazing. It's a big Mega Drive.
Drive
modding. Oh shit! Oh bugger! All right.
Oh, are we going to try and headshot this guy?
Yeah, let's take aim.
We haven't actually...
Let's jig. Let's do a jig first. There we go. Let's do a jig. No, you know what? Fuck him. He's not in the way.
Well, he's kind of absolutely in the way.
Yeah, no, he's
absolutely in the way.
Okay,
well, we're going to run around.
Yeah. Come out! Why won't you come here?
Look, he wants to.
There we go. Now let's shoot him.
Why
Why isn't it firing?
Oh no.
Did I fucking... I swear it... No, type A again!
Oh no. You didn't save it.
Oh my god. How am I this much of an idiot? Okay, alright.
I think it saved at that time. Alright.
So stupid. Makes no sense.
You're gonna
Snorts loudly.
You're gonna get hit.
Shut up. Okay, yes, you're right. I'm way too close to that. But haha, I had a dagger, so shut up. There you go.
Oh, he died.
Just dejected. He's just sad. He's a sad little man. I feel for him, really. I just want this jewel.
It doesn't have any use until a bit.
No, but like, when am I going to be back in the dining hall? Except several times, but
He's still alive at least.
yeah. At the end of the day, it's a right pain in the ass to do that. Let's just get it out of the way now, and then I can come back for the gem when I need it.
That's true. That's true.
This is the speed running tactics here from Cove.
Alright, let's fucking just do that thing.
Only 20 minutes in, and I've made very little progress.
To be fair, how long are those 20 minutes for cutscenes? 11 minutes.
Yeah.
It was when you started controlling Jill, so this is 9 minutes of gameplay.
Okay, yeah, that's
That's half of this time we've just been like, so
yeah, we do tend to have a stopwatch on when we do this show, only because we tend to do 15-minute segments, but we're doing 20 to 25 with this game just because it is a much slower pace. Yeah. And you're not going to get a lot done in 15 minutes, whereas when we're playing Sonic, 15 minutes is, that's plenty.
That's like...
And with a lot of Sonic games, 15 minutes is too much.
It's like the whole free zones.
All of them.
Unless
All of the
you get
3D
stuck
ones.
on any of the fucking water levels, then the whole one zone is like...
Yeah. Well, that's why I enjoyed the Master System one, because even the Labyrinth zone was actually fairly tolerable.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to turn the radiator off.
Alright.
There we go. Because I'm quite warm now. Are you all right? Like,
yeah, I'm good.
I say I'm warm enough. I'm freezing, but I've got a nice big jumper and I'm all right for the moment in our very small office recording.
Yeah, we're all good. So we're picking up the gem.
Yeah.
We're
gonna be at an item chest pretty soon. So
we're gonna put it.
So we've got the key and everything. So. Yeah. Oh, of course it's not marked on the fucking map yet.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be good at this game.
It's somewhere.
Yeah.
That's about
it's in the mansion,
it's somewhere in the mansion, obviously.
Look at this guy. Look at this clown.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly.
Run for your life! Alright, we're going to try and bait this guy.
Oh, it's not going to work.
He's going to bait.
Why is this so much harder? And again, do you know what the weird thing is? It does feel like GameCube, but there's just something about the controls. It doesn't quite... It's not the game's fault by any means. Like, I'm not saying I'm amazing at this game or anything, but it's just that, I don't know, on GameCube I can usually evade it. Like, not every zombie, but a lot of them.
It's probably because the GameCube is one of the best game controls.
It is, but the DualShock's a sick controller as well. But mind you, this game wasn't designed for it.
No.
So I've had to do some fuckery just to... I really like the creepy sound design in here. Like, the visuals are whatever, they're gross, scary,
scary
haunted
meat.
Kitchen, whatever. But the actual sound design here is really cool.
There's no horror game is complete. No horror game is complete without a bit of scary meat in the game.
No.
Well, look, there's a bit of scary meat there.
My brain is just, the problem is there are so many cock and ball jokes that they're blocking each other from getting out. It's quite literally a cock block in my mind.
Here comes the scary meat now.
Here comes the one terrifying zombie. However will we escape? Do you know what, Toby? I think we ought to leave this episode on a cliffhanger.
Alright, okay, let's do it.
Will Jill survive her terrifying single zombie encounter in the kitchen? You'll have to tune in next time to find out.
Yes.
Goodbye.